Two of the world's largest economies, India and China, are heading in very different directions. India is seeing a powerful surge in growth, while China, once the undisputed engine of global expansion, is beginning to stall. But what's causing this shift? And what does it mean for the global economy? Let's dive in. Historical context. In the aftermath of economic liberalization in the 1990s, both China and India were poised for transformation. China took the fast lane, opening up special economic zones, attracting massive foreign direct investment, and rapidly industrializing. By the early 2000s, it had become the world's factory, churning out electronics, textiles, and machinery at an unprecedented scale. Hundreds of millions were lifted out of poverty as cities expanded, infrastructure boomed, and the Chinese economy grew at double-digit rates. Meanwhile, India chose a different path, one grounded more in services than manufacturing. Economic reforms kick-started its IT revolution. Cities like Bengaluru and Hyderabad emerged as global tech hubs. Instead of mass industrial labor, India's growth was powered by software, outsourcing, and digital infrastructure. Though India's growth was slower and less visible in infrastructure, it was steady and resilient. Today, the tables are turning. As China's model starts to show cracks, India's youth-powered, tech-driven economy is gaining global momentum. India's economic strengths. A. Domestic demand. With 1.4 billion people, India isn't just a large country, it's a colossal market. The heartbeat of India's economic momentum lies in its rising domestic demand. A booming middle class, projected to reach 1 billion by 2047, is reshaping spending habits across the nation. From bustling shopping malls in Mumbai to small-town mobile shops in Bihar, consumption is on the rise. Indians are purchasing more smartphones, personal vehicles, home appliances, and investing heavily in private education and healthcare. This consumption wave is no longer just urban, it's rural and digital. As fintech and e-commerce penetrate deeper into small towns, India's internal market is becoming a powerhouse of sustainable economic activity. B. Tech and services sector. India's economy has leapfrogged traditional manufacturing routes and established itself as a global services hub. The IT sector, led by giants like Infosys, TCS, and Wipro, exports billions in software services annually. More recently, India has witnessed a startup boom, with over 100 unicorns now solving everything from financial inclusion to health tech. Digital India isn't just a slogan, it's a transformation. From UPI payments revolutionizing microtransactions to global firms outsourcing R&D to Indian engineers, the services sector is not only dominant, it's evolving. This dynamic blend of innovation and talent has made tech the backbone of India's GDP, contributing over 50% of its output. India's greatest asset isn't its technology or infrastructure, it's its people. With over half the population under the age of 30, India enjoys a unique demographic advantage in a world that's rapidly aging. This massive youth base means a growing workforce for the next several decades. But it's not just about numbers. India is investing in upskilling, with millions enrolling in coding boot camps, vocational training, and online education platforms. From call centers in Pune to AI labs in Delhi, young Indians are shaping the next generation of the global digital economy. If harnessed well, this demographic dividend could fuel decades of growth, innovation, and social transformation. China's economic slowdown. Aging population. China's demographic time bomb is ticking. Years of enforcing the one-child policy have caught up. As the population grays rapidly, the workforce is shrinking, putting pressure on pensions, healthcare, and productivity. By 2050, over 30% of China's population will be above 60 years old. This aging crisis is not just a social concern, it's an economic one, weakening consumer demand and raising long-term costs. Real estate crisis. China's once booming real estate sector has turned into a cautionary tale. Developers like Evergrande have defaulted on massive debts, while unfinished apartments and falling prices now haunt cities once filled with cranes. For years, real estate made up over 25% of China's GDP, but the bubble is bursting, threatening banks, local governments, and the average investor. The dream of owning property is turning into a nightmare for millions. Trade and geopolitical pressures. The US-China trade war and global geopolitical shifts have exposed China's over-reliance on exports. Western companies, wary of rising tensions and supply chain risks, are diversifying, moving production to countries like Vietnam, India, and Mexico. The result? China's manufacturing dominance is being chipped away while export growth slows. What once was a strength is now becoming a strategic vulnerability. Head-to-head comparison. Factor: India, China, GDP growth, 6.5%, 2025 projected, approximately 4.5% and slowing. Demographics: young, growing, aging, shrinking, global investment, increasing. Declining trust post-COVID, tech focus, startups, digital finance, AI, surveillance, EVs. India is attracting foreign investment and building a reputation as a business-friendly destination. Meanwhile, China's strict policies and uncertainty are pushing companies to look elsewhere. Future outlook. The road ahead is full of challenges and opportunities. For India, the mission is clear: transform its youthful population into a skilled, inclusive workforce and close the infrastructure gap. If successful, it could unlock unstoppable growth and social upliftment. China, meanwhile, must pivot from an export-heavy model to one that thrives on domestic consumption, green energy, and cutting-edge innovation. The pressure is on to sustain growth without the population or real estate engines that once powered it. So, can India overtake China? Not overnight, but the momentum has shifted. As we enter a new economic era, this divergence could mark a historic turning point for Asia and the world. India and China are defining the future of Asia, but not in the same way. One is surging, the other slowing. If you're curious about how economics shapes the world, make sure to subscribe and comment which countries you'd like to see compared next.